Hey y'all. Um, Today is the 30th of December 2025. So, my plan for today's video is to talk about this year, how it all went up. Basically, I want to wrap up this year and just make some conclusions. Maybe I've learned some lessons. Maybe I need to reevaluate some of the things that I did and some of the choices that I made to maybe make my life better in the future. Because I really want to get better. And to be honest, 2025 was hell for me. And to be honest, if you asked me the same question last year, like at the end of 2024, I would have told you the same thing about 2024. But 2025 was much crazier than that. And I realized that honestly, I realized a lot of things. So let's break them down. First of all, on the 1st of January of 2025, I was told that I'm fired from my job. And it's not because I did anything bad. I was actually excelling at that. And right before New Year's, they were like saying that maybe I will get promoted, that they have a vision for me in their company and that I am really good at that and that they're proud of me and that they're just really glad that I'm working with them. And I found out that there were some higher ups that decided to cut the amount of people that work on that company, and that's why, because I was one of the most I was the only one of the people that were recently hired to that company. That's why I was the one that had to leave. And to be honest, that really broke me because no matter how much I hate to work in general, I really liked it there. Like, I even admit it. At first, it was obviously really hard because any work is hard at first, but I knew that I would get a hand of that, and I did get a hand of that. I learned almost everything. I was starting to really enjoy it. I also had the opportunity to travel around a lot, to meet new people, and also I didn't have responsibilities such as sales. I hate sales. Like, I can't control whether a certain amount of people want to buy the stuff that I give them. Like, I hate that job. Obviously, some people are really great at that, and maybe it is at some level, depending on how well you talk people into it. But like, that's not me. That's not my thing, and I'm not that type of person. Like, I can say, do you want to buy that? And if they say no, then that's it. Like, I'm not gonna try to talk you into that. I just can't. And I know that it's a talent that some people have. Maybe most people have. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't met people like that. But yeah, anyways, this job was perfect for me. It was so great. I was really happy as well because I was living with my sister, with my friends. Yeah, well, that's the same person, like my sister and my friend, because we are not like we're not sisters. Like, officially she's my aunt, but she's closer to my age, so I never really talked to her like she's my aunt, and we grew up together. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to call her my aunt And I'm kind of hesitant to call her my sister either because she didn't grow up in my household, so she's not my sister, but I love her. I love her so fucking much. And we lived together. We planned this actually. To be honest, in 2024, I was kind of starting to doubt my abilities and the amount of money that I was going to be receiving at the job that I was talking about. But it somehow worked. Like, it was hard, obviously, but I knew that I could do that as long as I enjoyed my job, I enjoyed the person I was living with, and I enjoyed the apartment. Like, that's all that I needed. I didn't care about anything else. I was fulfilled with the environment that I was in. Well, not fully, because there was also my master's thing, and I was really excited about that. I was working really hard, and I feel like that 1st of January thing, the news that I got about the fact that I'm fired even though I'm not at fault, and no one's at fault actually, it's just a life, I guess. And I guess that was my first lesson that I needed to learn, but I didn't at the time, that sometimes even if you deserve something, even if you worked hard for it, you're not gonna get it. Like, life is just not fair sometimes. And because of the fact that I never really lost when I was in high school, when I was like ever. And I'm saying that like I'm such a mature individual, like I've been through so much, like I've been competing through a lot of competitions and like I won everything. No, but like in general, like when I work hard for something, especially in a study environment, it's always paid off. I always get something in the end. And usually I study just to get the knowledge, so I win either way. So I don't really care about like external validation, like prizes or marks. Obviously, I enjoy having good marks, but if I personally really want to learn something, and I did, and I feel satisfied with the amount of knowledge that I got in that specific period of time, then I'm okay with that. Like, I think it's a win either way, because I wanted that and I got that. And it always worked like that, like with everything, even with people. I am very picky when it comes to people that I choose to be close with. Not even just that, like people that I'm interested in, and that might sound like really picky and shallow, or maybe I have some elitism feeling, like I think I'm better than everyone else, and that's partially true, and that's mostly because that's how I was raised, and obviously I don't really put other people down. I've stopped doing that. I've stopped looking at people like they're worse than me. No, I don't do that. And if people are expressing their opinion that is different from mine, I'm not gonna think, oh, they're stupid, they're dumb. Obviously, if it's not something actually stupid, like people talking about, like, I don't know, homophobia, like that's stupid. Or people talking about someone else's interest and like criticizing them, or talking about someone's weight or appearance, like those stuff are genuinely stupid. Like, I hate you for that opinion, that's it. But like, if it's something personal to them, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, you're stupid because I don't agree with you, what the fuck. I'm not a child, I'm not 6, and if you argue about someone's personal style or anything like that, you are childish. That's just it. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about. So yeah, basically, I don't really put other people down. I just think I deserve the best for me. Like, I don't want to bring Rainbow Dash into this topic because I know a lot of people hate Rainbow Dash, but Do you remember this episode where Rainbow Dash was accepted into the academy, where there was also Lightning Dust? And Lightning Dust is the type of person that feels better about herself when she puts other people down. Rainbow Dash doesn't do that. Rainbow Dash just knows she is the best. She doesn't need other people's like downfalls or like them, like she doesn't need anyone else. Like if she was left alone on that planet Earth, she would still think she's the best. And Lightning Dust, she would, because she's not actually confident. She's just a bully. She's an insecure bully. No, I'm being harsh, but yeah, I don't fuck with Lightning Dust. But anyways, that's only My Little Pony reference, if you get what I'm saying. Okay.